I love comedians who are silly first, even if they're talking about something, even if they're straight faced during it, they know what they're saying is so stupid. Hi, I'm Atsuko Okatsuka. I'm a comedian and I'm in Los Angeles. I first was introduced to it when I was in church during like a sermon. One of my fellow youth group passed down a DVD to me and she was like, shh, psst, this is stand-up comedy. And so she was like, giving me something like a big no-no during a sermon to be passing notes or even, especially stand-up comedy. And so I went home and watched it. It was Margaret Cho's Notorious Cho tour. And that's when I was first exposed to it. But it wasn't until I sort of failed at undergrad that I decided to give a shot at it. When you're at a low point in your life, that's when you go, screw it. I'm going to try the thing I've always wanted to try. I always liked making people laugh, So I was like, why not see if I have it in me? Yeah, my grandma is on, my Instagram or TikTok sometimes, and she can be seen dancing with me there. Or, she's been a caretaker most of her life. She still takes care of my mom now because my mom has schizophrenia. And so when I started, performing more and more, and I was able to play and be myself on there, I think she was like, well, maybe I want to join too. And so I think we all have a childlike self. And that's just me unlocking it, her unlocking it at the same time I unlocked mine. I did a ton during the Netflix is a Joke Fest. They kind of ran me ragged, but in a good way. I like being busy, and I got to sort of showcase all kinds of my performance, with Arsenio Hall's talk show being back just for the week, for example, and I was his field correspondent. So I got to do person on the street sketches and interviews and sort of showcase, which is a different muscle than stand-up comedy, which is what I was also doing during the festival with my hour, as well as I performed on a double-decker bus at UCLA in front of, students who were just trying to have a nice time at a block party, and I'm just screaming comedy at them. I did Seth Rogen's table read as well. And so it was just cool. I got to be sort of a Renaissance woman, if you will, I feel like more and more people listen to stand-up comedy now than before. I feel like, maybe it was a niche audience. You had to be a comedy lover to want to go see comedy or stand-up especially. And I just think the more people get represented in specials and things like that, lineups can reflect it. And, the gatekeepers aren't as scared that a more diverse lineup won't sell tickets or something, because the audience is showing up, and they have been showing up. Stand-up comedy is such a intensive art form. I have documents and documents and documents, pages and pages and pages rewritten of jokes and the arc that a whole hour is supposed to have. And I'm out, 2 to 3 shows a night. The gatekeepers have to be in conversation with the audience. So the audience constantly tells you what they like. We have the numbers to prove it on my phone, on my socials. My tickets always sell out. And other comedians who are of marginalized communities, we prove it time and time again. As long as gatekeepers are in conversation with audiences and trust the audience, we'll keep having a job.
Okay.
Like this?
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like I'm taking a passport photo. Okay.
Pretty much. 1,
Yeah.
2, 3. And then if you want to do a funny one.
Oh, okay. This still feels like a passport photo.